Ah, stranger. Forgive the aroma.
You catch a waft of something foul, metallic, and sickly sweet.
Powdered iron vine. An old hunter's trick. Most monsters will think twice before making a meal of me.
You're a monster hunter? I'm surprised. I thought all Gur were vagrant cutthroats.
Pardon, but who or what is a Gur?
A mystical and dangerous people. We travel the land, never settling in one place. We steal your chickens, curse your crops, seduce your daughters. Your friend here has heard it all, I'm sure. I wish I had half the power settled folk think my people possess. Alas, I am a simple wanderer. A simple wanderer and monster hunter. But I'm no witch doctor or cutthroat.
So what monster are you hunting?
Something terrifying, no doubt. Dragon? Cyclops? Kobold?
Nothing so dramatic. I'm hunting for a vampire spawn. I fear he's gone to ground. I hope the hag of these lands can help me flush him out. If I can afford her blood price.
A vampire spawn? Why?
Everything all right?
Yes. Yes, fine. It's just specific. Why not kill the gnolls or goblins rampaging around here?
It is a sacred mission from the head of my tribe. She sent me here to capture the beast and return it to her.
Capture? And bring it where?
Baldur's Gate. My people wait for me there.
Under all the smiles, you can feel Astarion's tension. He's coiled like a spring, hand inching towards his weapon.
Nyxx has had their suspicions about Astarion for a while. I mean, they are reading The Curse of the Vampire. It's right by their bedroll. So we'll try to help him out here. We'll give him a cough and a warning look.
Is your friend ill? I have some tea that might help.
No, no. I'm quite well. We should go, but you have fun tracking your monster.
But just because they care about Astarion's well-being doesn't mean that they're going to pass up an opportunity to mess with him a little bit. So Nyxx knows exactly what they're doing here. Why not join us? We could use a monster hunter.
No, I mean, we have different quests. I wouldn't want to distract this fellow from his path any more than he'd want to lead us from ours.
The elf is right. I have my own road to walk. A road that leads me straight to a hag's den, alas. But I wish you well. Be safe.
Let's go down here and have a quick chat.
Well, hello. What can I do for you?
It looked like you were almost ready to tear that monster hunter apart.
We're not wandering these wilds looking for stimulating conversations. Of course my knife was ready. The Gur are duplicitous. I've had my share of run-ins, so caution is only natural.
Sure. Well, let's go talk to Auntie Ethel, and then we'll head back to camp for the night.
You don't sleep well, flitting between dreams and nightmares. Maybe you wake up because you know something is wrong. Or maybe you just get lucky.
Shit. No, it's not what it looks like. I swear. I wasn't going to hurt you. I just needed, well, blood.
There, in the dim firelight, you see him for what he really is. A vampire, a slave to sanguine hunger.
You were strangely concerned when we met the monster hunter in the swamp.
It's not what you think. I'm not some monster. I feed on animals. Boars, deer, kobolds, whatever I can get. I'm just too slow right now. Too weak. If I just had a little blood, I could think clearer, fight better. Please.
A strange sensation courses through you, and your companion's mind unfolds, secrets half revealed.
I feel a little weird about this, just because it seems unconsensual to invade his mind. But he is always telling Nyxx to use the illithid powers.
What's this? What's happening?
Your mind lurches, reeling suddenly as if bitten. His mind opens up, revealing cracked and quivering memories. At their heart, you see dark eyes commanding you to feed. You open your mouth and bite down, not into a tender neck, but into the twisting body of a rat, the only thing your master lets you eat.
You ate animals because you were forced to, not because you wanted to.
Yes. Yes, I ate whatever disgusting vermin my master picked, so you can see why I'm slow to trust you. But I do trust you. And you can trust me.
I do. I believe you.
Thank you. Do you think you could trust me just a little further? I only need a taste. I swear.
The affinity boost here is really tempting. But I think this second line fits Nyx's character better. Let's go with the character. All right, but go too far and I'll drive a stake through your chest.
Ah, of course. I shall be gentle as a babe. Let's make ourselves comfortable, shall we?
It's like a shard of ice into your neck, a quick, sharp pain that fades to throbbing numbness. Your breath catches, your pulse quickens.
That's enough.
Oh, of course. That was amazing. My mind is finally clear. I feel strong. I feel happy.
I'm looking forward to seeing you fight.
Shouldn't take long. So many people need killing. Now, if you'll excuse me, you're invigorating, but I need something more filling. This is a gift, you know. I won't forget it.
You watch as he stalks towards the forest, stronger, more confident, ready to hunt.
Good morning. How do you feel?
I'm fine. I just feel a little woozy.
It'll pass. Just be glad I'm not a true vampire. A bite from them and you might wake up as a vampire spawn, like my good self. All of a vampire's hunger, but few of their powers.
Any other drawbacks I should know about?
Oh, I've no idea. For 200 years, the sun would have turned me to cinders. Until the crash, when I woke up bathed in its light. Someone, or something, wants me alive. They've changed the rules. Standing in the sun, wading through a river, wandering into homes without an invitation. They're all perfectly mundane activities now. As for my other quirks, well, we can figure those out in time.
What's causing this? The Mind Flayer's parasite?
That's my theory, but who knows? I'm just glad you're being sensible about this. I was worried you might wake up and grab your torch and pitchfork. But now the air's clear, we should probably get moving. There's a long day ahead of us.
I think Nyxx would want to talk more about what they saw in Astarion's thoughts last night.
Hello, my dear.
So, how does someone become a vampire exactly?
It's simple. Just find a vampire that will drink your blood and turn you into a vampire spawn. Their obedient puppet. In theory, the next step is to drink their blood. Once you've done that, you're free and a true vampire.
In theory.
People think the biggest threat to a vampire is a cleric with a stake. It's not. The biggest threat to a vampire is another vampire. They're scheming, paranoid, power-hungry beasts. So why would any vampire give up control over a spawn to create a competitor? Trust me, it doesn't happen.
And I thought vampires couldn't walk into homes without an invitation.
We can't. And yet I cross the threshold like moonlight through leaves. This worm is a powerful little beast, isn't it?
It sounds like you're enjoying it.
What's not to enjoy? I can walk in sunlight, trespass upon any home, manipulate minds. I'm the most powerful vampire in the realms. Granted, the looming doom is an issue, but why not enjoy the benefits while we can?
I suppose. Well, tell me more about your history.
Why do you insist on exhuming the past?
Oh.
I was a slave. A vampire spawn. Kept by the Tsar family. Perhaps I still am. I was never able to resist their commands. But now, I've been conveniently lost. They won't ever control me again.
So that monster hunter we met in the swamp, he's looking for you then, isn't he?
So it would seem. Hopefully he bumps into some gnolls while stumbling around at night, and that's the last we hear from him.
What if he reappears?
Then we kill him. I thought that would have been obvious. There may be others, of course. If Cazador sent one peon after me, he'll send more.
Let's phrase this a little differently. Tell me more about Cazador.
Cazador Zar is a vampire lord in Baldur's Gate, the patriarch of his coven and a monster obsessed with power. He turned me nearly 200 years ago. I became his spawn, and he became my tormentor.
And you're sure Cazador's behind this?
It was him, I'm sure. Only he would know to send the Gur after me. It was a group of Gur that attacked me that night in Baldur's Gate. I would have died had Cazador not appeared and saved me.
Saved you by turning you into a vampire slave.
Well, he didn't mention the slave clause at the time. And now he sends a Gur Monster Hunter for me. It's a message. He's reminding me of his power. Even in the middle of nowhere, he can reach me. And he wants me back.
But why capture you? Why not just kill you?
Maybe he wants to make an example of me, to show what happens to runaways. Or maybe he thinks death is too good for me.
Well, you're safe with me.
Aha! Safe! You think I'm safe? Do you know the power a vampire lord possesses? He can change shape, turn into mist, call walls to do his bidding, shrug off blows like they're nothing. He could walk into our camp tonight and kill you with his bare hands. And you'd be lucky if death was the worst thing that happened to you.
Vampires aren't invincible. We could take him.
You don't understand. You don't know him. Just trust me when I say we need to be careful. He'll send more lackeys. He has plenty of souls to command. We just have to be vigilant, keep our wits about us, and kill any monster hunters on sight.
All right. So, about you biting me.
I've already apologized. What more do you want? Unless you're looking for another nibble.
Maybe later?
Maybe. But there won't be any more midnight surprises. I can promise you that.
All right. One more thing. What do you make of Raphael's deal?
I won't lie. It's tempting. If I keep the tadpole, I risk transforming into a grotesque monster. If I lose the tadpole, Cazador has control of me, body and soul, and I return to the shadows. It's grim either way. So why not sell what's left of my soul to a devil? Better he has it than Cazador.
We have other options. Better options.
Figuring out what's happening to us, confronting a god called the Absolute, and then finding time to kill my old master before he can control me once more? Yes, that's an option, but I wouldn't bet eternity on it.
So just checking back in a little later.
I suppose you want to hear about Cazador.
You don't have to tell me anything you don't want to.
I don't want to say a damned thing, but that won't do anyone any good. Cazador Zar is a vampire lord in Baldur's Gate, the patriarch of his coven and a monster obsessed with power. Not political power or military power, I mean power over people. The power to control them completely. He turned me nearly 200 years ago. I became his spawn, and he became my tormentor.
So you truly were his slave?
A vampire's spawn is less than a slave. They're a puppet. We have no choice but to obey our master's commands. They speak, and our bodies react. It's all part of the deal. Sometimes he'd order us to submit to torture. Sometimes he'd have us torture ourselves. Whatever his weather-vane mood settled on.
That sounds terrible. I'm so sorry.
Thank you. But this isn't about sympathy. It's about knowing what we might be up against. The Mind Flayers aren't the only monsters out there. They're not even the only ones hunting us. All I'm asking is that you keep your eyes open and watch out for anything lurking in the shadows.
I'll watch your back. Don't worry.
What more could I ask? Now, is that all?
That last line is so real. Nyxx is vowing with their entire being to protect him after this. I mean, yeah, Nyxx lost their memory, but they know what it's like to be subjugated, and even though they cope with it in different ways, like Astarion's all external persona and jokes, and Nyxx is more stoicism and punching things, I think that they see themselves in him, and yeah, it makes sense that their relationship's gonna deepen after this. We'll see where it goes.
There you are, my friend.
What happened? Were you attacked?
Oh, that. A scratch. I ran afoul of a bear. He took a little of my blood. I took all of his.
Oh. Sounds like a dangerous meal.
So's any meal worth having. It's nothing compared to, well, other things I could be dining on, but significantly better than the rats and bugs Cazador served me.
Sounds delicious.
It was exactly as appetizing as you'd think. Still, that was the past. I'll never have to grovel for him again.
True. You can start over. You can be better than what he made you.
Exactly. I can be better than him. Stronger. More powerful. More... Oh. You meant be kinder. Pet bunnies, that sort of thing. I've no objection to being nice, of course. Once I have the power to bend others to my will.
You think power lets you do anything, free from consequences?
Well, yes. You can't look at the world and tell me I'm wrong.
Power corrupts. You do well to remember that.
Oh, I hope so. A little corruption sounds fun. I spent centuries as the victim of a corrupt man. It was the Mind Flayers that plucked me away from that. They gave me a gift. The strength to take my own freedom. I'm embracing this power. You should too. There you are. I was just thinking about you. And that delicious moment we shared the other night.
The moment when you bit me?
The very same. I've had this condition for 2 centuries, but truth be told, you were my first.
Oh.
In all these years, I've only ever fed on beasts. Drinking the blood of thinking creatures is a different thing entirely. You were delectable. And now I can't help but wonder how the others taste.
Okay, we're about to be mostly joking here. Good. I was getting tired of them anyway.
I'm not going to bite any of them. They don't seem as accommodating as you were. Alas. It doesn't hurt to ponder the question, though. Take Gale, for example. He strikes me as someone whose blood is rich, refined, like well-aged brandy. But the Gith? What in the hells would she taste like?
Something exotic, surely. An Amnan liqueur?
Oh. Well, that sounds very appealing. I'm almost convinced.
This is still theoretical, right?
Absolutely. A mere thought experiment. So, in the spirit of theoretical questions, if you had to take a bite from one of them, who would it be?
There's really only one person Nyxx would even consider. You, of course.
Oh. I'm flattered. Who knew you had such taste? Unfortunately, all this talk is getting me hungry. I better find something I can actually sink my teeth into.
Good hunting.
There's nothing that tasty lurking out in the woods, but I'll make do. Sweet dreams. What can I do for you, my friend?
Well, I just... You can feed on me tonight, if you'd like.
My sweet, there is nothing I'd like more. I'll come to you tonight, when you're snugly wrapped in your bedroll, and we can have a little privacy. And this time, I'll make sure I'm quiet. We don't want to disturb your rest. Later on, when we are at rest, I will eat you right up. Just enough to give me strength, and just enough to leave you wishing for more.
Nyxx doesn't really know what's happening, but they're blushing really badly. They need to run away, now.